Welcome to the King of Hate Podcast, a podcast made for the DSP community, by the DSP community, with your host, Pdaaaawg. If you don't listen, then you just don't get it.
Cause I want it, even if not don't. I wish you really would though. Listen, we be tough like the concrete. We get right back on our feet. We get up after we fall. We be tough like the concrete. We get right back on our feet. We get up after we fall.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the King of Hate Podcast number 12, and I think it is number 12, I'm not too sure, I'm pretty sure it is, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It is the Toonami semi-special. I say that because Toonami is the big topic, but it'll probably be a bigger topic than most topics, because it's a pretty big thing over in the United States and whatnot. I am your host, as always, the very lovable, the very doggable Pdaaaawg, the newly turned 16 Pdaaaawg, actually, I should say. But you can call me Pete.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
And I am BTR Omega, also known as BTR Chazz on the King Hate forums.
I am masterofawesomeness, on the King of Hate forums, and this is my second appearance.
Hello everyone, my name is Revan, but you guys all know me as God Revan, the genius behind the tips and health threads of the King of Hate forums.
As you all know, Revan's got that memorized, because he pretty much said the exact same thing last week's podcast.
I have to, because it's my job description for the damn forum. And if I don't memorize it, the stupid gremlins that record the podcast will get into my brain and make me mess up. So yeah, I have to memorize it very well, or else I screw up.
Thing is, though, Revan is doing, once again, it seems every week we have a podcast record. Revan is the very first person to appear on 2 back-to-back podcasts, because the reason is, last week, remember,
It's my 4th appearance.
is it? Oh, flip, is it?
What happened?
Is it your 4th appearance? I thought it was your 3rd appearance. I don't know.
I think
No, as you interviewed the Arid Lord in your first appearance. You appeared last week and now you appeared this week.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
so
my 3rd one.
Revan
Okay.
is, I think, tying with Dark Hado in terms of appearances. Dark Hado has appeared 3 times, as is Revan. But anyway, yeah, the reason why is because it was Darkman's birthday last Saturday, so Revan had to jump in on him. He was the only person that was there at the time, so he was very kind enough to help out. He had already planned this one. For the first time ever, I have not actually planned this big topic, and Revan is on that planned the whole thing, so special thanks to him. So, well, I don't know why
You're
I'm saying
welcome.
him. Special thanks to you. I should be saying that. But anyway, moving on. Before we even begin, I don't know, I wasn't even going to touch upon this, but it was my birthday yesterday, and I wouldn't have said anything, but I got an outstanding response from people in the forums. Like, I made a thread about it because everyone was all, oh, you're 24, and I was like, no, because I lied on my Skype thing that I was 24, just in case there was any age restrictions. But yeah, a bunch of people wished me happy birthday. I want to thank everyone for wishing me a happy birthday. My birthday was yesterday, May 25th. And funny enough, I actually posted a crazy 53-minute video on my YouTube channel. I got 2 video responses from 2 of my friends, and I thought they were pretty funny. But anyway, that's that out of the road. I just wanted to thank everyone in the forums for wishing me a happy birthday yesterday. And really appreciate it. But anyway, speaking of the forums, quite a number of stuff has been going on in the forums. Pretty much all the activity was in the DSP playthrough section, because Phil made a number of threads responding different issues, from the YouTube sub bug, which we'll get to the low views thread that he made, where he was saying that some of his videos were getting low views. A whole bunch of
YouTube actually insulting the consumers and its users, of course.
Yeah. We'll be getting to whenever we talk about DSP and what he was doing this week, because that was like one of the main things he was doing this week. But yeah, like quite a lot of stuff was going on in that part. Like he called out YouTube, and just a bunch of crazy stuff happened. So I guess we'll probably touch more upon that whenever we actually talk about what DSP was doing this week. But anyway, apart from that, nothing really much has been going on. There's been quite a lot of talk about E3. Hazard has been here, who's the head editor of the King of Hate forums. He was looking for some editors to fill in briefly for E3. I didn't really have much time, and I didn't really do much articles, so I didn't really do it. But a few other people, including Miles Edgeworth, who I don't know about you, but I haven't seen him in the forums in ages. But he popped out
Yeah, me
and
neither.
he just said, "Okay, I'll
Right.
do it." But that was pretty. It was pretty good for him to do. For him to volunteer, and all the other people. I forget who else it was, but he was the notable one that I remember. But yeah, a few other people volunteered for it because E3 is a pretty big event. They're going to need a lot of editors, and hopefully we're going to be getting as many of them as we can on the E3 special, which will be in 2 weeks' time, I believe. But
Mhm.
yeah, it sounds pretty good. So that was probably the only thing on the announcements and news that happened this week. Apart from that, a bunch of other stuff. Panda Lee is back on the site, which
Yay.
Oh
I'm not
boy.
sure. Did we talk about that last week? I'm not sure if we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
think
we
we-
did. We did talk
She
about
just
it.
joined like that day. But she hadn't really been doing much in the forum. She did join. She was speaking in the chat for a bit, but now she seems to have disappeared. Like, she doesn't really go in the forums anymore, but that's alright. In addition, Streetback Guy, who was on last week, he decided to write his own short story. Obviously, we have the creator, the mastermind behind the now common Total Forum Island. We have Master of Awesomeness here, but Streetback Guy made another one. Probably not a rival one, but he made his one is based on the Battle Royale or the Hunger Games, but it's a more graphic version of the Hunger Games, pretty much. But
More like Battle Royale.
pretty much, what happened in it was there were 12 people, I think. Yeah, there were 12 people, including myself, including Panda Lee, funny enough. Foos was in it, Derryu was in it, DX Michael, I believe, was in it. A bunch of other I could.
Yeah, he was. DX Mike.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wasn't in it.
Me neither. I want to be in it.
either, so I don't know. But as look,
Well, I don't mind if I'm not in it. I really wouldn't want to be in that kind of story. God damn it.
Oh, and it's 8, not 12 people.
okay.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, I wouldn't say it rivals Master's Story because it's a lot more serious. It's supposed to be taken a lot more seriously. Like, I mean, Master Story is for like comedic purposes. Most of the time, they're kind of like, they're kind of like, it's like all fun and stuff. His seems to be a lot more like graphic and detailed and stuff, and it seems to be a lot more, like, it seems to have a lot more descriptive text. Like, it's two very different creative stories, which I really like, because now if you don't like one thing, you'll probably like the other thing. Personally, I like both of them. I really did like Streetback Guy's writing for it. He's written 2 chapters so far. The introduction chapter, which I thought was really good, and Panda Lee's backstory, which I thought was pretty good as well. So
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah, I thought it was actually interesting.
It was great. I can't wait to see what the next backstory is. Poor dog.
Oh, yeah, no, and the funny thing is that Streetback Guy wrote himself into it, just like Master did. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And if any of you don't really know Streetback Guy, he likes to like mess around with Panda Lee. And funny enough, the second chapter concluded with Streetback Guy pointing like a gun or something to Panda Lee, which I thought was pretty cool. So it ended on a cliffhanger. But I think that was pretty much in terms of like main forum stuff. We do have a new chapter of Master's story about, well, pretty much what happens is we can't keep up to date with your story because you write like 3 or 4 chapters a week. So obviously we can't like read all of it. But like what we like doing is like reading out one chapter, like the latest chapter of whenever we're recording this. And funny enough, I wrote a chapter earlier today on Extreme Sports.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about posting too many chapters in one
That's
week.
fine, because
I mean, summer school's supposed to begin for me on sometime in mid-June, and I don't know, maybe I could possibly finish the story before then, maybe close to it. So anyway, let me give you a Cliff Notes version of what's been happening in like the last 3 chapters. Okay, so in the last podcast, you read the chapter in which the 3 girls came onto the island, and it was a dating challenge. But episode after that, 13 contestants had to spend a night in the woods, and basically they just had to build tents, make their own dinner, and Team Kingdom of Hate won. Because mainly on Team Ramborgians, Bear dressed up as Sasquatch and scared the entire team, while Beachy just did nothing and just stood there. And then in the end, when Team Ramborgians had the elimination ceremony, Beachy was the one that was eliminated on that episode. Then the next one, the 12 contestants had to make a birthday cake for Chef Phantom Ryu. And basically, Team Kingdom of Hate made a crappy strawberry shortcake or something that the chef didn't like. However, on Team Ramborgians, they made a perfect cake, but Wildfire283, unfortunately ate the cake and he was eliminated because of that. And now, it's time to read the newest chapter I just posted earlier today. So, bear with me. Last time on Total Form Island, said Chris, the 12 contestants had to make a cake for Phantom Ryu's not-so-happy birthday. Team Kingdom of Hate's cake looked like a strawberry abomination cake, but were lucky enough to win when they found out that Wildfire283 ate Team Ramborgian's cake, which resulted in his elimination. 11 contestants remain. Who will be eliminated next on Total Form Island? The 11 contestants were eating breakfast in the mess hall. But the breakfast was bad leftovers of Phantom Ryu's cake that Team Kingdom of Hate made. Its esteemed chef didn't want our cake, said Pdaaaawg with a frown. The cake is a lie, said Bear. That was quite random, said the lemon. Suddenly Chris arrived in a skateboarder uniform. What's up, guys? Said Chris. Who's ready for some extreme sports? Certainly not me, said Darkman13. I always love sports, said the Elven God. It's what Chuck Norris does every day. Well, I guess you'll help us win the challenge, right, Elven? Replied Darkman13. Confession moment, the Elven God. I always enjoyed sports, said the Elven God in the confession room. My favorite sports are baseball, video games, and Chuck Norrising. Today's challenge, said Chris, is you will all compete in an Olympic-like contest of extreme sports. Whichever team wins the most events will win. The first event will be... The camera shows the 11 contestants and Chris in an airplane circling the island. To jump off this plane and land on that mattress over there, yelled Chris as he opened the door. Where's the parachutes? Asked Double Russia. Oh, that? Answered Chris. Since it's extreme sports, there will be no parachutes. Fah! Said the contestants. I want Double Russia and the Elven Guard to jump and try to land on the mattress, said Chris. Well, I'm afraid of heights, so, said Double Russia, but he was interrupted when Chris pushed him off the plane. Oh shit, said Double Russia in the air. Double Russia landed perfectly on the mattress. Woohoo, said the Elven Guard as he jumped. Unfortunately, he missed the mattress and landed on the ground, which created a small crater on the ground. I'm okay, said the Elven God as he stuck a thumbs up. Team Ramborgians lead 1-0. The camera shows Master Awesomeness in the lemon ash at some pen where Bull Moose is looking at the contestants in an aggressive manner. Alright guys, said Chris, ride that Bull Moose. What's a Bull Moose, said the lemon. How am I going to... Once again, Chris interrupts someone by grabbing Lemon and putting him on the Bull Moose. As soon as Lemon is on the Bull Moose, he is automatically thrown off by the Bull Moose. The Lemon slams into a wall. Your turn, Master, said Chris. Fine, this will be easy, said Master Awesomeness. Master hops onto the Bull Moose and holds on. He successfully hangs onto a Bull Moose before he is kicked off and slams into the same wall. Series tied, 1-1. Darkman13 and Amber were near Mud Pit. They were both wearing bathing suits. What is the meaning of this? Asked Darkman13. The final challenge, said Chris, is for you and Amber to wrestle in the mud. Whoever wins the match will win the challenge for the team. You're joking, said Darkman13. As soon as Darkman13 finished talking, Amber tackled him in the mud and slammed his head a few times. Amber stays on top of Darkman 13 until Chris counted to 3. Amber wins the match, yelled Chris. Seriously, you can get off him, Amber. We won, said Amber. Yay! Darkman 13 was beginning to drown in the mud pit. Amber reluctantly gets off him. Well, said Chris, Team Unborgians have won the entire Extreme Sports Challenge. Team Kingdom of Hate, it's a bummer that you have to come back to the elimination ceremony. Chris was about to arrive. Chris was about to. Seriously, stop with the interruptions. Chris was about to arrive at the ceremony. The Elven God and Darkman 13 were talking before the elimination. At least I tried my best, said the Elven God. No, you didn't, said Darkman 13. I need people that can do well, not fail to land on a mattress from an airplane. You're done, the Elven God. Fine, said the Elven God. I didn't even like working with you. I'm voting you off. You're out number 4-2 now. Chris arrives with a tray of 5 pieces of bacon. Here we go again, said Chris. You guys can't stop losing. Okay, the first 4 pieces of bacon will go to Masterofawesomeness, Hiraki Ninja, JD and Pdaaaawg. Everyone except Darkman 13 and the Elven God gets the bacon of safety. Now this is a huge shocker on who's going home tonight. The 4 people that earned their bacon are excited that Darkman 13 will not get the bacon. Come on, said Master in anticipation. Yell out to the Elven God. The last piece of bacon will go to Darkman 13, yelled Chris. What? Said Team Kingdom of Hate, as Darkman 13 gets the last piece of bacon. After 8 days of intense competition, said Chris, the Elven God, I'm sorry to say that you're the 6th contestant to be eliminated on Form Island. Camera shows the Elven God walking on the dock of shame, where he sees a vision of Chuck Norris and the stars. Confession moment, the Elven God. I can't believe Darkman 13 betrayed me, said the Elven God in the confession room. I hope he goes home soon. Meanwhile, a flashback confession moment shows Darkman 13 with a ballot. There's 20 pieces of paper with the Elven God's name on it. They'll never stop me, said Darkman 13 in the confession room. And even if they tried, they'll hear from my father. Darkman 13 laughed in an evil manner. Wow, what a shocker. Can anyone stop Darkman 13? How evil can Darkman 13 get? How did the Elven God survive that fall? All these questions and many more will be answered on the next episode of Total Form Island.
Woo! Alright, well, there you go.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
You heard it here first. Only here.
The
The actual author read out his own story. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess before we move into Phil's part, we might as well talk about probably the only gaming-related thing that happened. And it's to do with fighting games. Like, there wasn't really that much gaming news, and I don't expect anything to be released until, E3, when everything's going to be announced. But the only gaming news I would say is that Street Fighter is getting its 25th anniversary package, which will include all of the Street Fighter games, all of the recent Street Fighter games that have been released, including Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and Street Fighter Cross Tekken. You also get every single costume and every single character for all those games, as well as a 8-disc soundtrack for every single game, and a Ryu replica belt, and a Ryu glow-up statue for $150, which I think is a pretty good price. A bunch of people are complaining that older Street Fighter games aren't being recognized, such as Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 2. Like HD Remix isn't a proper port of Street Fighter 2, which is
I agree. I'm annoyed and pretty much pissed off that Street Fighter Alpha 3 and Street Fighter 2 aren't being recognized. I myself agree to that.
Because it is the 25th anniversary of it. You'd think that something like that would happen.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know much about Street Fighter, but it seems that this is a bad thing to not include those 2 games.
Well, at the same time, though, they did have the technicalities of having, you had to make them into disc form, or you had to get codes for them, even though they weren't even released in, home consoles, because it was released for Xbox and PS3. One interesting thing about it, though, is that it's not being released internationally. It's only being released in America, and it's only limited stock, which I think is pretty weird. So if you want to buy it and you're living in, the UK or Europe or wherever else you're living in, then you're gonna have to like buy it off Amazon or something crazy like that, or you're gonna have to like get a copy of it. But even then, you can't get it for the Xbox because American Xbox games don't run in Europe, so you're gonna have to get it for the PS3. So all that crazy stuff's going on. There's a thread in it in the fighting game section, which a couple of people commented on, including myself, Mr. G, Fly66 Monkey, among other people. So you can check that thread out for more details and the King of Hate community's thoughts on it, pretty much. But anyway, I guess that's the only thing that we should talk about before we move on to DSP. And normally we wouldn't have a lot to talk about here, but we actually do, because a lot of stuff has been happening, and it's good to get our opinions across on these here subjects. So the first thing is DSP. What was he doing this week? Well, he did Over the Limit.
To continue, and yeah, he did an Over the Limit pay-per-view thing on WWE.
It wasn't as good as the normal ones, except for Thor coming out. I thought it was the best. Apart from that, it was kind of stale. Nothing really. It's not like the usual where a bunch of crazy stuff happened. This time it was kind of like, just random stuff happened, and like it was just the usual stereotypical stuff. But anyway,
I was pretty much pissed off when I saw Over the Limit. I was pretty much pissed off at the end of the pay-per-view what happened with John Laurinaitis. That was total fucking bullshit.
And you can check out.
I did not. Nobody expected that it to happen in the pay-per-view. Everybody was being all happy, and when Big Show smacked John Cena on the face, everybody just got shocked. You even saw the faces over again on the pay-per-view review highlight in Raw the next day.
No, I disagree with you. I expected that, as did like a bunch of people in the wrestling section, and as did Phil and Rambo. But that's I wouldn't say everyone was shocked by it. I'm guessing the general viewer would have been shocked by it, but for us, not really, because it was kind of saw it coming. But anyway, if you want to hear more about that, you can check it out in the wrestling section or whatnot, or watch Smart Guys. It was released earlier today. Anyway, what else happened? Oh yeah, so we did a weekend preview, blah blah blah, as usual stuff. And he first made light about the subscription bug. At this rate, it was just kind of like, oh, I'm losing subscribers, you gotta let YouTube know about this. But then we'll get to what happened later on whenever YouTube did respond, which is very controversial. Anyway,
let's get to that, and I would like to actually reiterate what was spoken on the blog. Give me a moment. Let me get the link over
here. In the
here.
meantime, what games did he play?
Like
he played Dragon's Dogma, he played a bit of Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and he had Sorcery, he beat Men in Black, Alien Crisis. I actually seen Men in...
That was funny.
Yeah, I actually seen Men in Black 3, you should check it out it's an alright film. If you like the first two, you'll probably like the third one. But, it's alright. And unlike Double Rush, I'm not gonna ruin the ending for you. Anyway,
okay, I got it. Okay. Let me
he played Dragon's Dogma.
Let me narrate.
In Dragon's Dogma,
sorry,
he got low views for it. He made a thread about it, and he was wondering why. The main response, and just to paraphrase it, pretty much it was exam time this week, and it will be for me for the next couple of weeks. So people weren't really watching. Other reasons were like it was an RPG, and many people would prefer playing it than watching it. A bunch of other stuff, like we didn't have much time this week or whatever. So that's why. That's like the main reasons why he might be getting low views on it. He played a bit of Ghost Recon Future Soldier yesterday for fan appreciation. Unfortunately, the servers crashed, so he'll be trying to reschedule that. And then
I laughed so damn hard when that happened.
Then, of course, the thing that Revan is itching to get to, YouTube.
Yeah.
The subscription bug. Now, first of all.
Yes, thank you. Well, okay, Go ahead.
Who's who?
Hello?
Yeah?
Okay. Well, everyone, what I'm going to be narrating is something from the YouTube creator blog. And as it's on DSP already said this, but I'm going to say this as well for the podcast. Note about region changes. There's always a lot going on here at YouTube, and we're making changes to improve the experience for the entire community. In the last 7 years, there has been no fewer than 100 changes suggested and recommended our video algorithms to provide viewers with the most relevant videos to watch. We also make changes
to improve the experience for partners. Recently, we made changes to provide you with the most accurate data about your audience, which in turn helps you inform the decisions you make about your content. In the short term, however, the impact of some creators can be a bit of a shock. Let's outline what we've done and what is in for you. Subscriber count. In the past few months, we have been scrubbing YouTube of inactive.
And you're completely gone. Anyone else? Can't hear him at all? Anyone? Alright, what? Hello?
Sorry. That's just my.
What the hell happened?
I don't know, but I paused the recording, so we only missed out a little bit of that. Luckily.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, Revan, you're very robotic. Just by the way, your mic is really like just like that.
Dude, your voice sounds robotic right now.
Me?
Yeah,
No, please.
no, everyone's. I can hear on everyone else.
Actually, not everybody. Everything sounds robotic. Yeah.
No, you're like outside while we're talking, right?
Me?
Oh, like Raven.
No, I'm in my room. I have the air conditioner to another size so it wouldn't hit me.
Oh, that's weird. It's being like my mic might be talk. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, but it's all robotic. Everyone's is.
Everybody,
Yeah,
everybody.
special. That's not special though.
Oh my god, no. Give me a moment. Oh. What the day is this?
Really too fucking bad.
Okay, are you still there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Is it a little bit robotic still?
Oh, what the heck? Yes, I can hear you. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It goes-
Does my voice still sound robotic?
Yeah, everyone sounds robotic. What the heck is going on?
If you want to do like a recall,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Home. I'm gonna
Hang on.
I'm gonna end the call and I'm gonna recall all of you to see how it works.
Yeah, hang on right now.
Oh, great. The one problem, I'm hoping this doesn't like cancel the recording. Even if it does, it'll save that previous recording, so we just have to like say, okay, sorry about that, let's move on. We're gonna have to do that anyway, but hopefully it won't like completely turn it off. So hold on, so I'm gonna call you all back, okay? Evan, you can continue.
Yes, sorry. I apologize, everyone. Apparently, our call just crapped out a bit. So, okay, so basically, in short term, YouTube told everybody that there was no bug. This is what they said, the short part. We also heard that some viewers are concerned that they have been unsubscribed from channels. This isn't happening. You can see all your channel subscriptions by selecting and saving everything from the view dropdown. So basically, they're blatantly denying that they have made a mistake and that we, the users and consumers, are the ones that are wrong. They're
hell no.
just like DSP said on his video. Look, you guys are just a bunch of 5-year-olds. We know much more because we work here. We're the ones making money. So you gotta press this button to show you everything that you need to know. My God. So they also say, but it's what it feels like. What they're telling us.
So, Phil did make a 30-minute video on it, and he tried making it viral. He calls out YouTube. he got a lot of video responses and comments on the video, so it kind of went semi-viral. Like Nigga Higa made a video about it as well, but that was before
Niga
that.
Higa. It's pronounced
Whatever,
Higa.
I don't know. I'm probably very racist. I'm sorry, everyone. Anyway, so apparently, so what I've been told is YouTube have stopped unsubbing accounts today. So, but I don't believe that because Phil was still losing subscribers at a steady rate even today, which is kind of stupid. So pretty much Phil's lost about 3,000 subscribers. He had 116,000 and now he's at 113,000. So sucks to be.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yesterday he was how much again? Fuck.
For I don't know, but still.
115. Yeah, he was at 115 over 115 subscribers, 115,000 subscribers, and now he's 2,000 less.
Okay, I want to get the opinion of somebody who hasn't really spoken much in this podcast. Chazz, what are your thoughts on YouTube accusing the consumers of being idiots and telling them to view a drop-down box? What do you think about it?
You just fucked up, YouTube. You just fucked up. You blame us. We give you the money. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm not gonna get like all technical. Like, I mean, of course, like they're basically calling us stupid and all. You know what I mean? But like, that's what they're all about, dude. They don't care.
So, YouTube is pretty infamous for making all these bugs, but never once have they actually came out and accused us of lying about something. So, it's really stupid. But anyway, that's unfortunately, masterofawesomeness is like lagging out at the moment. I don't know. This call is a disaster because really this podcast has been such a crazy journey. So he dropped, which is always good. But anyway, so let's just continue. He'll probably come back in a wee second. But pretty much, yeah. Phil insulting the user, calling us all idiots. Or no, Phil. No, not Phil. YouTube even. Sorry, that was a pretty bad error on my part. I'm sorry, everyone. Anyway. So.
Oh, there we go.
That
God.
was crazy.
Okay, that was good.
Stupid internet.
We're just talking about what are your thoughts on YouTube insulting the user.
What did you ask me?
What are your thoughts on YouTube insulting the user and calling them all stupid?
Oh, it's complete BS. I mean, it's YouTube's fault that everyone is losing subscribers right now. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with Phil on this issue.
And that's pretty good anyway. So pretty much YouTube apparently have stopped. We don't know that yet. We might have an update for you next week on next week's podcast with a few other people. I'll mention at the very end. But in terms of that, I think that was pretty much it in terms of Phil content. He didn't really upload much else. He did, it's like a usual week for Phil. Upload a few games here, a few games there. Finish a playthrough here. Upload a channel update there. So pretty usual week for him. Apart from the sub bug, obviously we were just talking about. In addition, John Rambo, he had the show obviously this week. And for the first time, I actually watched all of the show, if you can believe it. I've never actually stuck around and listened to the whole show, and for the first time ever I actually did, which I am pretty proud about. But pretty much he was talking about his journey as an ice cream man, which is pretty interesting. He talks for a good hour about it, and
he's an ice cream man?
He was previously an ice cream man for a period of his life, and if you want to hear more about that there, check out our rival podcast, which everyone still thinks it is. John Rambo and OJ host the show. Obviously, I think that was like their 37th show, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. So, anyway, check that out if you want to. An hour and 46 minutes, I believe it is. But I'm guessing we're going to go a bit longer because we're going to head on to our next segment, and pretty much.
Which is the pinnacle of today's subject.
So pretty much, I don't really know much about it because a little backstory for you. Toonami isn't available in like the UK and stuff. You're gonna have to watch it online or something. Unfortunately, I was so busy this week and I didn't have time to look it up. So unfortunately, I won't know most of this here. So for the first time ever, I'm actually going to stay mostly silent for this big topic. Revan, I know, has been very busy, writing up stuff, doing some research into this topic. So pretty much he's going to lead this big topic, and pretty much it's about the revival of Toonami starting. I'm not sure.
It's the revival of Toonami. It starts today at today midnight, Saturday to Sunday.
All right. So
The end of Saturday to the start of Sunday.
So anyways, I'm just gonna be silent, so I'll hand it over to you.
Well, everyone, today is finally the day that we all cartoon and anime lovers have been awaiting for the past 4 years. The return of our childhood, our nostalgia, our everything. Toonami.
Yeah.
When you think about Toonami, what's the first thing that comes into your mind?
Dragon Ball Z, son.
Dragon
Ball Z. Hell yeah.
Exactly. Dragon Ball Z was by far the most popular anime series in Toonami. Now, let's give you guys a little backstory on how Toonami arose. Now, previously, Toonami didn't exist until 1997. What was there at the time showing us all of the good cartoons and anime? It was Ghost Planet's Industries. It was Cartoon Network's It was actually Cartoon Network's Power Zone, hosted by Ghost Planet's arch nemesis Moltar. You remember him, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a funny idiot. I always started laughing when he gets blasted by Ghost Planet's Captain. What was his name? No, his name's not Ghost Planet. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. How could I forget? Can you help me?
Damn, man.
Space Ghost.
Yeah, Space Ghost. Toast.
My bad, guys. My bad. And then, few years later, Toonami airs with its brand new host, Tom, who was actually voiced not by Stephen Blum, but was actually voiced by someone else called Sonny Strait. Now, before Stephen Blum came into the picture as Tom 2.0, let's talk about the events that Toonami actually had in its rising. Now, do you guys remember of the tie? You guys know what the tie is, right?
Not really. What's the tie?
No idea.
TIE means Total Immersion Event. It was by far what made Toonami even more popular for us. TIE was the actual interaction that we can have not only live on Toonami, but also online. And of course, you all remember what was Toonami's first event, right?
Not really.
Are you serious?
The Intruder? Was it the Intruder?
Bingo! Yes, it was the Intruder.
And which what? This red blob was what?
It was actually the virus. It was a virus.
Yeah, Tom died.
Corrupting and eating the ship. Getting into the systems, trying to take over the ship so it could go to other different planets, other different ships to take control of its own systems and to have its own super armada. This was our first TIE event, TIE event. This is when every single Toonami fan, everyone that watched Cartoon Network, got online and started using their own. Actually, there were 3 teams. There was red team, there was blue team, and there was green team. Each of these 3 teams had 3 kinds of different robots. One that attacked, one that defended, and one that actually supported, if I'm correct. If not, I apologize to everyone that's listening to this podcast. And it actually went for a very long while. I'd say for a month, if I'm correct, a month or 3 weeks. After all that, Blue Team actually won the event and actually saved the entire ship, Tom's ship. But unfortunately, the Intruder destroyed Tom.
No.
When the Intruder destroyed Tom on the first week, we, the viewers, were responsible to save the ship and save Sarah, who's actually on board the AI. Once, and now you all know, once we saved the ship, Tom arose fully anew, like as a little Bomberman-esque, you know, that looked like a small Bomberman at first,
Right.
like a fat Bomberman.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Steven Blum made his debut as Tom 2.0, which we all know and love. Right before that. Anyways, what was your favorite moment on the Intruder special?
Let's see. Well, I can't really answer that question since I was, 10 when I watched that? So, I'm sorry if I can't think up of an answer right now.
Well, for
Okay,
me,
and,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, again, I saw it when I was like 9 years old. But it's not really like my favorite moment, but it kind of like scarred me for life. 'Cause the way Tom died, you see his giant orange thing just eat him up, and you see his body just ripping apart. And I'm like 9, so I'm like freaking out. I'm like, yo, what the hell? He's my hero, and he's dead. Like, you're killing my childhood right in front of my eyes. And I'm like, I started like crying. I was like legit like crying and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I did too. And by the way, I apologize, guys. I had to recheck this. The first Tom was the one that looked like a Bomberman-esque. The newest one was taller, stronger, and darker looking, which is Tom 2.0. So I apologize for the misinformation there.
Right.
Now, what was one of your favorite anime that you guys watched before?
Oh god.
Besides Dragon Ball Z, I mean something different.
Oh, why not Dragon Ball Z? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, everybody's favorite was Dragon Ball Z. I know, but I want some more variety. I want people to listen more varieties, to listen what other animes they missed watching.
You want to go ahead, Master?
Well, that would have been actually.
Okay. My time to shine again. I count my. It was so long ago, but Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho. There's so many FLCL, a bunch of old school ones, and they're all English dubbed. But yeah, I mean, I can't list all in my head, but I watched almost every single one of them.
Okay, I said Bobo and Cowboy Bebop, but my answer was cut off. Stupid internet connection. What the hell is happening?
You okay?
Yeah, it's just the internet connection's cutting me off sometimes.
Well, anyways, as we continue, the second Thai event was the lockdown. Do you guys remember of the lockdown?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Oh my God, you guys,
dude,
you
I was like 9, man. What do you want me to do?
Man, some Toonamis you guys are. Well, the lockdown event was when Tom was to save the Absolution, which is the name of the ship, from a giant trash compactor. Now remember that?
Mm-mm.
Not ringing any pulse.
What do you look like?
A trash compactor. You don't know what a trash compactor is?
Not really.
Remember Star Wars?
Wow.
This is actually like insane. But go on.
I don't even know what to tell you guys. You guys are actually embarrassing yourselves here, calling yourselves Toonami fans, all that.
Well, at the same time though, I don't think they would have like done, all this research for it, and
I didn't do research because I already knew about this when I was little.
My head must have hit something today, didn't it?
Anyways, it's okay. If you guys don't remember, well, it was, as I said, it's when Tom was to save the Absolution from a giant trash compactor, and then we, the fans, got online again to help him out. At the end, Tom was able to save the Absolution from certain destruction. Then months later, that's when we all see that the Absolution has a brand new upgrade. It changes its image completely from the one that it had after the intruder to the new one after the lockdown event. You know, the one that he actually has right now. You guys know the current design of the new Absolution ship.
Pimpin', big pimpin'.
Yeah, it must be. I mean, it must have the grills, the gold on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Now, the last tie event that I remember was Trapped in Hyperspace. Now, that was one of the fan favorites, if I'm not mistaken, when Sarah gets infected by a virus and starts running amok inside of the Absolution.
Oh, that I remember. I do.
When they're actually trapped in hyperspace, they can't get out because of Sarah's current condition. That's when, and while everything's happening, Tom had to figure out even a way, because we saw this, Tom had to even figure out a way how to stream the show to its viewers. That was actually interesting to watch. How even in the face of danger, he takes care of his viewers to give us a show that we actually want to see, while we see him saving Sarah and the Absolution once more.
Right. I mean, of course. I mean, it's staged, for crying out loud. We have to watch a cartoon while Tom is trying to save his ship. Like, we need a new episode.
Yes, but unfortunately, even Tom didn't make it in time, and the Absolution hits Earth. It crashes on Earth, being completely destroyed.
Damn.
So, a few years later, he gets a brand new ship and starts streaming our shows once more in a brand new, sleek yet strong design.
He must have had a good insurance company to fix that ship.
The what? What'd you say?
He must have had a good insurance company to fix that ship.
Oh my God! Yeah. Well, what should we call that kind of insurance? I don't know if anyone has ever thought that out before. What kind of
Simple
insurance do we call
spaceship
that?
insurance.
No. Let's call it something wacky, something funny.
Like, you put
I
me
don't
on the
know.
spot, bro.
What? Hey, Petey, what would you think of a good insurance?
I don't know, but I could probably ask Streetbag Guy right now, and he could, cause I know him. Like, I could just go straight at him for like any logical questions. He could like make some art or something. I don't know, but
What, you can't think of one of
no.
yourself?
No, I'm not good at this. I'm staying out of this one. Remember.
Hey, it doesn't. Even though it has to do with Toonami, it's not particularly part of Toonami. So we're just winging this one.
Okay.
Okay. It's
So
spaceship.
say whatever you like. So say whatever you like.
I don't know. It's spaceship insurance provided by Phil's favorite insurance
Geico?
company, Progressive.
Geico.
Space
Geico.
Farm? Oh, Space
it's
Farm?
probably
There you go.
Say what?
Space Farm.
Space Farm?
Farm.
Oh, Space Farm. Yeah,
I see
that's
what
a
you
good
did there.
one.
Space Farm. Is
Yeah, I know
always
why,
on
Mom,
your
but that's what I
side.
do. I know, I'm kind of a big deal.
Or Spationwide. Spationwide is on your side.
Wow. Yes, I agree. Spation side is on your side. I
Spation-
agree. Very good. Yeah.
I want better.
Okay, so
And old
what
space.
should we talk about? Do you guys remember what is the most memorable series that you like that's related to Gundam? Because Toonami aired numerous amounts of Gundam, but to me, the one that actually made the most astronomical impact was Gundam Wing.
Yes. The original one, the first one.
No, the original one was Mobile Suit Gundam, and it never aired on Toonami.
Oh, well, the first one I saw was Gundam Wing.
But Gundam Wing was the first ever Gundam to the Gundam series to ever aired on Toonami, and it was by far everybody's favorite because this is actually a fact to everyone. The Gundam Wing was the most popular Gundam series here in America, even when G Gundam or Gundam Seed or Gundam Seed Destiny ever aired. The moment the Wing Zero custom showed himself in the Endless Walls within Angelic Wings, everybody just fell in love with it. Everybody just went absolutely crazy for the Angelic Wings.
I know. Gundam Chicken Wing.
Yep.
What?
Seriously, Gundam Chicken Wings, right?
Wow,
Oh,
you
fuck.
really want to get yourself killed if you're saying something like that crazy.
Okay, I'm just joking. Yes, I grew up with Gundam Wing when I was young. I pretty much saw, like, every episode twice, at least. Maybe some of them 3 times.
I remember watching Sailor Moon, and damn, I miss watching Sailor Moon on Toonami.
Oh my
That
god.
was hey. I will admit this, even though I'm a dude. It was by the only show, all girl show that I loved watching.
Me too.
I love the way how the girls got nude and transformed all there covered in light. I don't give a fuck what people say. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, we were enjoying girl shows before the bronies ever came up. Way before the bronies were founded. I mean, boys enjoying Sailor Moon was definitely like the original classic version of today's bronies.
What's a brony? I'm sorry for the stupid question, but what's a brony?
A guy who likes My Little Pony.
You mean that show?
Yes. I mean, before that show ever existed, every guy was into Sailor Moon.
What I don't
not
get,
me.
why would people like My Little
Oh,
dudes like My
I have a
Little
real
Pony?
dragon on.
I never
Wait.
understood that.
Oh boy, this is gonna be.
Can you guys explain this to me? I'm sorry, but why would guys, dudes like us, would like My Little Pony? What the
There's
fuck?
a few reasons. There are a few reasons. One, the animation. 2, the voice acting. And 3, the person that founded the show, which is Lauren Faust, creator of the Powerpuff Girls and Foster Homes for Imaginary Friends. I mean, it had an all-star cast. That was the big reason.
He actually took over the show? He actually made the idea for the show?
Lauren Faust is a girl.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was the one that created the show. And Tara Strong is the main voice actress.
Wow. Well, anyways, do you guys, when you were little on 2001, do you guys remember of a very special midnight run that Toonami aired? It didn't have any of our shows. It aired four music videos of Daft Punk's Interstellar 5555 and Gorilla, and 4 music videos from Gorillaz. Do you guys remember that?
Yes, but I didn't know who they were back then.
Well, I completely knew, and I have to admit that they actually did this not just for 2 years. I know this. I had to look it up, even though it says they only did it in August 31st of 2001. They also did it in 2002. I can't remember if it was between July and September, but I'm pretty well sure they actually did it twice instead of once. and I have to admit that I really loved it pretty much. And then, of course, the other event, Dragon Ball Z taking over the midnight run for an entire week. That was Dragon Ball Z every single night, it was a fanboy.
Oh no.
I'm here.
Okay, sorry.
I thought you just died for a second, dude.
I thought I was disconnecting.
No, sorry, my bad. I accidentally pulled the cord off. As I was saying, it was a fanboy's dream.
Oh my god. I mean, I was like, how old? 8? 9. I was 9.
How old were you, Chazz?
Oh god, 2001.
Yeah.
I was definitely going through puberty, I think. But let me say this, but no matter how old I get, I always love Dragon Ball Z. So even to this day, I still watch like a whole
Wait, what?
What was your favorite
episodes of
show?
it.
What was your favorite episode?
Oh god. Future Trunks. When he comes in and kills Frieza and Frieza's dead.
Yes.
Future Trunks is my favorite Dragon Ball Z character of all time. Not that pussy Sun Trunks. But yeah.
How about yours, Master?
When it came to Dragon Ball Z characters,
No,
I guess.
character Dragon Ball Z episodes.
Oh, that. I say the final battle against Frieza was pretty good. I mean, it was like, 6 episodes in which Goku and his friends, fought Frieza.
Toonami.
And maybe the battle against Cell was good.
Petey, what was your favorite I know you must have seen Dragon Ball Z at some
I will
point.
say I've seen
What was-
one, and that was years ago. So I really don't know. I was familiar with the whole concept of going Super Saiyan as well. I do have another little off-topic thing that's related to Dragon Ball Z. What are your thoughts on the viral video about the kid that goes Super Saiyan and that believes that if
Oh my
like
god! I'm actually friends with him, with Killer Charisma. I'm actually friends
What?
with him. Not sure. Yeah, I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. I've spoken with him like a few little times, but he's actually a good guy. My thoughts on that is
YouTube money.
I just
yeah, true.
I just couldn't take it. I felt embarrassed he was actually doing that, even though it wasn't me actually doing this. How can somebody do that? Oh my god, I didn't know if I should have laughed, if I should have closed the video, if I should close my eyes or cover my ears.
Yeah,
Well, did you see his eyes? I think he was actually legit high.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. He also made another video. I forgot what he did, but he was really high.
The only smart thing that he actually did is that he waited for his mother to leave so he can
Yeah,
do this all
true.
alone in his.
Because his mom could have just bursted in and said, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah, and from what I heard from what I read in the comments, apparently the neighbors thought that he was going crazy.
Huh.
That made me laugh.
Well, I mean, if a kid was suddenly screaming at the top of his lungs, taking off his shirt and stuff, and rolling his eyes back, would you not be a little bit freaked out? Like, maybe you're just after watching The Exorcism or something, you're like, oh no. No, like, I don't know, I'd be a bit shocked, and I'd be like, I think your kid needs counseling or something.
I would be
my
very
favorite part of that video
afraid.
was at the very end, whenever he went in the deepest voice ever, "My name is," whatever the heck his name is, "and I am a human Super Saiyan," and I'm like, yeah, okay. Say, bro.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that was one of the biggest epic fails I saw.
I don't know, he didn't turn Super Saiyan, but he's black, so, yeah, but people were saying that, they're going, oh,
Close
you're
enough.
black, that means you can't come Super Saiyan, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell does that have to do with being black and you can't be Super Saiyan? That's very racial. I would have to say that's something very racial. Whoever said that you're black and you can't be Super Saiyan, fuck
Well,
you.
can't be
You don't
Super
know what
Saiyan to
you're doing.
begin
You're
with. That's,
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
No. But seriously, if people say you're black, you can't be Super Saiyan, I will consider that highly
the only
racial.
reason why they're pointing it out is because there was never a colored guy in Dragon Ball Z that actually did go Super Saiyan.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay, so there you go.
It'd be considered. I would consider it very racial. Okay, back to where we were. For my favorite episode, it would be the Saiyan versus Saiyan episode where Vegeta fires the only moment that Vegeta actually uses his Gallic gun, from what I remember, and Goku counter it with the Kamehameha. They're both the Kamehameha and both the Gallic gun actually venturing for power.
Right.
You guys when Goku goes for the first time on Kaioken times 4.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not really. Once again, it's been a while since I watched Dragon Ball Z.
It's the most memorable Dragon Ball Z moment when Vegeta and Goku goes for the first time head to head.
Oh yeah, there. When Vegeta yells out it's over 9,000.
Yeah, the other it is an episode after that.
Oh, okay. But I mean, amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry. I checked our watch and we only have 30
30
minutes
seconds.
left, so
Flip.
My bad. I was actually gonna say 30 seconds, but it's actually 30 minutes. My bad, people. Okay. Then a few years later, as you all know, 2004, Toonami actually started going for Saturdays, which people thought it was actually a good improvement because. Now that people were getting older, were maturing, that people that started watching Toonami when they were little, it would be a lot easier for all of those people to watch their shows on a Saturday evening or a Saturday midnight because you don't have anything to do at that hour. Some people will stay like very up at late doing absolutely nothing. So this was actually a good improvement because at that moment they started airing very different shows, like Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my favorite shows, Cyborg 009, Rurouni Kenshin, Naruto, then Pokemon Chronicles, and Gundam Seed, as I said previously, and One Piece. The one anime, and Inuyasha, the one anime that I did not agree that they should have placed was Bobobo. That show was absolutely stupid.
I kind of liked it.
Oh my god.
What?
But-
How can you like a show that's all about hair? If you have hair, you're going to jail. We have to shave your hair bald. What the fuck is that about? That show.
I don't know. I was 12 or 13 back then. I don't know what was wrong with me.
It was Japan, man. Japan just does some crazy shit.
Okay.
Yeah, Japan does crazy shit, and they do very good shit. Hell, look at the theme song in Dragon's Dogma. It's absolutely great. Now they also even aired shows that we didn't expect, that we all long did miss, like Megas XLR. Megas XLR was a great show, but unfortunately aired like 10 episodes before it started looping. From what I heard, the creator of Megas XLRs had like writer's block. He couldn't write anything more for the show, so they looped some of the episodes and they removed it for something else. I think it was removed for either Teen Titans or Justice League Unlimited. And then a new popular one came, which is IGPX. Remember that one? Robot fighting on a speed track.
I don't think so. For some reason, I think you're talking about Big O. But I don't think
it's not Big O, but it's on a robotic scale that you get on these robots and you just race in them, fighting.
That show about the racing
you do know what IGPX Grand Prix is, right?
Yeah.
The Immortal Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, it had to be Megasexual must had to be removed by any of those 3 shows. Okay, next. The month of Miyazaki. Do you guys have watched any of the Miyazaki movies?
No.
I have not.
So you're saying that you haven't seen Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky, or Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind?
No, I haven't.
I have heard the Spirited Away was a very good film. That's about all I've heard of.
Yeah, it was Miyazaki's most beautiful creation that he has ever made.
It won a bunch of awards. I believe it was the first film to win Best Cartoon Film at the Academy Awards.
Animated.
Yeah, Spirited Away. It was so good, it won Best Animated Film at the Academy Awards.
Actually, I got it right here. In year 2002, which was released on the 25th Japan Academy Awards, it won the best film and it won the best song. At the 52nd Berlin International Film Festival, it won the Golden Bear. It won the Golden Bear. In the Cinekid Festival, it won the Cinekid Film Award. In the 15 European Film Awards, it won the Screen International Award. And in the Hong Kong Film Awards, it won the Best Asian Film. Which I gotta agree, it was absolutely amazing. Everything that this man creates is absolutely spot on. It's perfect.
Genius.
And it is actually quite genius. Now, the next event is the Toonami's 10th anniversary, which was on January 27, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
That's when all the new anime, even movies came out, like Shaolin Showdown. You guys remember that? That was on.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Boom.
Yes.
Can you believe it? I actually do know a show. I do remember watching that.
Yep.
Because
What was
hear me
your
out. No, that's my time to shine. I haven't.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
four
talk,
guys-
Petey.
You had, I forget what the name was, but I do know what they're kind of like. The guy that was that controlled the water, he was like the smallest guy. He was the smallest like Asian guy, and then you had
You want me to tell you the names
You
of the
had this
characters?
you had
cowboy.
the
and
Texan
then you
cowboy who was Earth. You had the girl
And
And
then
a white guy.
No, a Brazilian kid who likes video games. He represented wind.
Their
And then
names are Omi, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay.
I remember that.
And then you had a Japanese girl who was into technology, and she was
And they had their own what was it like
dragon.
yeah, they had their like dragon and they didn't like being confused with something. Then they lived in like a temple run by the
monks.
but like you had like the grand monk guy, but
Shaolin Temple.
yeah, I forget what was their combat style again. They had like a special way of fighting, so I thought it was really cool. Because not only did they use like elements, they also used like other stuff.
Shangon Blues.
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, I do remember watching that show. Yes, I can't believe I actually remembered something.
What's your favorite character and your favorite episode?
I always liked. I can't remember episodes. There's no way I can remember episodes. Who was the main? Like I'm just trying to remember brief little details. Who was the main nemesis in it? Who was like the main bad guy?
Jack Spicer
Oh,
Jack
yeah,
Spicer.
and
Was he
William.
not like a complete wimp or something? And like the
He was
Yeah.
a complete. He was a complete wimp, but he was a genius in technology.
it was pretty funny. My favorite character out of the four, I would probably say that I don't know. I like the funny thing is for me, I never have like favorite characters in anything. But if I was to say, I don't know. I like them all individually. I know that's a bit of a killjoy, but
Nah, don't
yeah,
worry. Go ahead.
I just like them all for their little individual reasons, which is pretty much why everyone loves them.
To me, my favorite character first is Raimundo. That he's always laid back. He's cool. He's calm when it counts. And my favorite episode would be the one when Raymundo actually turns
Yeah, I remember that. He
he joins the evil side to grab the reversing mirror, which was an item that would actually help the evil side to win their war, to grab all of the mystical items and have them rule the world.
Right.
What was yours, Master, if you remember the show?
Probably the battle against Wuya when she was a human. When her human form.
Oh my God, I remember that. It was a long. Wow, I completely forgot about that episode. I really forgot that Wuya was actually human at first. I thought that she was a demon, but she's actually
she was a ghost.
A ghost. But I really completely forgot that she was a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for our do you guys remember? Hey, I'm curious. Do you guys remember the movie Mosaic?
Yeah, it's time for me to disappear now. Alright. I only stuck around.
Oh my God, I almost choked. I'm sorry. Okay, so, now all that is done, we go 4 years into the future. Let's get on our time machines and go 4 years into the future. And now we arrive at April 1st, 2012. You all know this.
Wait, isn't that 5 years?
No, 4 years.
2007, going
2008. I jumped into 2008 because... Oh no, yes, I'm sorry. I really did something wrong. I should have mentioned this. On Saturday, September 20th, 2008, that's when everything went to crap because Cartoon Network decided to end it, Toonami. And it was actually... and it was actually quite tragic for everyone. When that happened, people just took on their videos. We saw many people crying on their videos saying, how could they do this? It was the best thing they ever done. But I can't, in a sense of the way, I can't blame them because they were actually airing something that wasn't that interesting. They were actually airing shows that weren't even interesting. So I guess that's a reason why Toonami went on the downfall on September 20th. And if you guys remember, Tom actually ended the show with a final monologue, as I will narrate right here. Well, this is the end, beautiful friends. After more than 11 years, this is Toonami's final broadcast. It's been a lot of fun, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you who made this journey with us. Toonami would have been anything without you. Hopefully, we left you with some good memories. So, until we meet again, stay gold. Bang. That last part, the bang, it actually sent shivers down my spine and my entire body, because it's the one thing that can actually be recognized for Steven Bloom and his most popular voice acting character, Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most memorable animes that people can remember.
Right.
And now we go 4 years into the future.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we arrive at April Fool's 2012, wherein Adult Swim just literally slapped our faces and just gave us the Toonami. It gave us Toonami back. And at a moment when I saw what was starting, which was beginning the room, I was like, what's this? And when actually Tom appeared, my eyes just went literally wide. I started jumping, squeezing squealing like a little schoolgirl and like a little bitch, and I was going crazy around my house, calling my friends, Toonami's back, Toonami's back, Toonami's back. I couldn't stop. It was actually quite memorable. What did you guys think? What did you guys do when you saw Toonami return?
I just probably thought, oh, good, Toonami's back, but I don't have cable, so sucks for me.
Chazz?
It's kind of a little bit mixed, like, because honestly, I was watching like NBA. Yeah, I was watching the NBA, and then on my Twitter, everybody I see it's trending like Toonami's back, you know. And I look back on it, I'm like, oh man, it brings back like mad memories. That was it. So me, I was happy, and the other one I was like, you know, a little you know, like I wouldn't like jumping like up and down. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But I am happy it's coming back though.
What would you say about what we just spoken right now, Petey? What would be your thoughts if you were a Toonami fan, even though you don't know much? What would your thoughts be if you could partake any?
Well, if I was to relate this to say something that would be relevant to me, like say, I don't know, like some random channel here that we like that I might be familiar with, I would have been familiar with when I was on TV. I probably would say, like, you know, being so long, like 4 years away from something that I really held dear, then you know, I like it would be very happy for me. Sorry for all the stuttering, by the way, but
No worry, we all get that.
yeah, it would have been
It's the damn gremlins in our damn recording. They're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
yes, well,
Go ahead, Petey.
so yeah, definitely would be like it would bring a tear to your eye to see something like that. Well, but at the same time, you do, like Chazz said, you would have that kind of doubt where, but you know, like they're coming back, but what can they bring? Like what are they gonna produce? Like, it's gonna be new, it's gonna be old, so pretty much that would then lead nicely into what you'll be talking about now, I think. Whenever
Okay, thank you. Well, we only got a while left. Now, predictions. What anime? Even though we got an actual schedule of Toonami, which I'm gonna narrate right now before I actually give our current predictions. Where is it? It's right here. What is it today? It's May 26th. Okay. At 12 midnight, we're gonna have Bleach.
Yay.
At 12:30, which is completely blank, at the same thing as 1 o'clock is completely blank. I assume that's where the new shows, which are called Cash Earned Sins and Dead Man Wonderland, will premiere. Personally, I have never heard of these two animes, but I'm interested to see their first episode to see what they are. Then at 1:30, it's gonna be Full Metal Alchemist, but at 2, it's completely blank because Fully Cooley episode 6 is supposed to be there, but it won't be. Then at 2:30, we're gonna have Cowboy Bebop, and then
Alright.
whoa, this is weird. Bleach got bumped back to 3 o'clock, so 3:30 and 4 a.m. are gonna be probably full Cash and Sins and Dead Man Wonderland. So basically, okay, I see. So basically, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so basically the 6 shows that we got here: Bleach, Cash and Sins, Dead Man Wonderland, Full Metal Alchemist. Whoever's gonna take place of Fully Cooley, and Cowboy Bebop are gonna be airing all over again, starting all over again at 3:30 a.m. Okay, so now, predictions. What do you guys think is gonna be the new Toonami schedule besides Bleach? Because we know Bleach is gonna be there to stay, and so is Full Metal Alchemist.
Let's see. What should okay. When it comes to anime, maybe Toonami needs to introduce new anime.
No. What's your predictions right now? On what they're gonna air from the old anime they have shown us in the past? What are they gonna air? What is your prediction? What do you think they're gonna give us?
Maybe the Dragon Ball Z again. But that'll be beating a dead horse. You know, they might return One Piece, but if they do, they should either start all over with an entire new cast, or
They won't do that.
or begin
You know they won't do
where
that.
they left off, which was the middle of the Skypiea saga.
Yeah, I agree. They should have. I don't know why they even cut it off from there, but I agree. Chazz, your prediction.
But to me, what's funny about the Bleach being on there, because apparently I heard that Bleach got canceled, or at least like just for a little while.
Bleach didn't get canceled. Bleach supposedly
It ended in Japan.
it actually ended. Basically, it ended. I'm like twitching my fingers up and down. I forget the word how it's said in English. Basically, they made a huge mistake when they finished when Ichigo defeated Aizen, because when the new arc started, that's when everything went downhill. They shouldn't have introduced that new arc, because it wasn't really that interesting. It made Ichigo look somewhat weaker in a form, because the bounce saga. Not the bounce. Oh my god.
Bankai?
I'll explain this in another time. But for my predictions, I would like to see again Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, Shaolin Showdown, Blue Submarine 6, because I only seen like 5 episodes again, and I would love to see it again. Blue Submarine 6, Tenchi Muyo, and Bleach. That's all I can say.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes?
Speaking of Shaolin Showdown, I heard there might be a sequel show coming out for Shaolin Showdown.
What other elements could they use, though?
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyways.
I stopped watching Shaolin Showdown because it became too confusing for me. Like, they introduced Shengon Woos that they didn't even mention the names, or
Oh my god, Shingon Woo! Wow, I completely forgot about that.
That's pretty much. Those are pretty much for weapons in the game, in the shows.
Anyways, we're actually almost out of time, so PD, take over.
We are back, and this is absolutely crazy because this has probably been the crazy. You might not notice anything different, but you have no idea just how ridiculous this podcast has been. So I'm just gonna give you the short version, all right? Basically, we started it. Chad slept in. I had to go to a barbecue. Revan was in the part of a crime scene. I left for the barbecue. I came back. Revan was still a part of the crime scene, but he came back. We started the podcast. Neighbors complained about my noise. Neighbors turned off my power supply. We came back today, which is Sunday. Much of us in this has to leave, and now Revan had to go fetch his dog so that his mum can eat. But now, finally, we are back at the King of Hate podcast, even though it won't say anything. Like I just said, Master isn't here anymore. So, but the thing is, he did answer the forum questions, so I will read out his answers to these here. But anyway, how are we all feeling at the moment?
I'm feeling feeling quite stressed actually.
I think we all are.
With all the craziness from last
Revan,
night.
you did make a mistake in your Toonami thing. Would you like to point it out?
Yes, I would like to point it out. What I forgot to mention is when the Toonami, when the Absolution had crashed down onto Earth, Tom 3.0's body was practically somewhat destroyed. So that's when Tom 3.0 transformed into Tom 4.0 and started to make Toonami his own base in planet Earth. And that's when we all see the ending a year later.
Okay. So without further ado, and literally without further ado, I don't want this. I'm sick and tired of doing this week's podcast. I just want to get it over and done with.
Yeah, go ahead.
So much stuff has been going on. All right, so we're gonna finish it up with what we usually do with forum questions, which I need to get the thread out here. Yes, here we go. So the first question that we haven't answered, that I think we haven't answered, comes from the Lemon, and he asks, "What do you want for your birthday?" Like simple enough. I guess it's relating this to my birthday, which happened, well, it was yesterday, but now it's 2 days ago. I didn't really want anything specifically. I just kind of said, "Oh, give me money and I'll think about it." So
I would give you a stripper.
Thanks. Okay, that's what I always wanted. I always wanted a stripper for my birthday.
So you can get yourself laid.
How do you know I haven't been laid already?
Oh, have you now?
That's a long story. Anyway. Ask your mom. Anyway, alright, so the second question is, what is the worst gift you've ever received on your birthday? I think he wants to be specific, but if he wasn't, I think the universal answer would be clothes, in particular, socks.
Yeah, clothes.
But, do you have any more detailed gifts that you were given that was absolutely awful?
Socks.
More socks?
The socks, dude. Yeah.
I would say, actually, I did think about this here, and probably the worst gift I ever got.
Bitch.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not fucking joking. And one birthday, my mom gave me bed sheets for a birthday gift.
Well,
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I'm not sure if any of you have heard of a TV series called Doctor Who.
Oh, fuck yeah, we have.
Well, you have. But Chazz doesn't. But indicated by what Chazz is not saying, I'm guessing he hasn't heard of it or seen it or anything.
No
but
idea.
but whenever there was a time in my life where I always used to watch Doctor Who like every week whenever it was on in BBC, and my aunt actually gave me a Doctor Who mask. Like it was a mask of like a Dalek, and it broke within 1 hour, and that was it. Like I couldn't even use it. She didn't even refund me or anything. She was one that broke it, which is even worse. So yeah, that was my worst gift I've ever received on my birthday. Masterofawesomeness agrees that all he could think of was clothes, because he did already answer these questions, and I'm just gonna say what he answered. Mr. G asks, how are your role models? Even though I think it should be who are your role models in life? Pretty much.
Oh damn.
It's a pretty deep question.
I would say my role model would be Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock.
Ooh, it's an interesting one.
Mine'd be a little more personal. I mean, I'm not gonna get all into it, but that'll be my dad, because he had a lot of tough decisions in his life, but he still got through it.
Amen to that. And I think mine before would be, like my parents and stuff, which I think would be, but those should be like everyone's role models though. But, you might have like special connections with them. But also, another one of my role models is actually Phil, which is pretty,
Oh yes, I agree too.
The way, especially for people who are like long-time fans, whenever like you've seen everything he's gone through from being laid off to going, well, obviously we don't need to go through all of it again, but
To then being trolled off Blip TV.
Yeah, and all that other kind of stuff he was doing. So, you have to really respect the guy, and he's one of my role models. Considering the fact, I've followed him for like 3 years now, I think. So, it's been a tough journey, but it's always good. And I would kind of look up to him in a way. But I suppose
that's cool.
Which was fans do. Okay, Master of Awesomeness sent us. Oh, I keep on forgetting to read out his answers. Master of Awesomeness said, what was it again? Hold on, let me just find his thing. There it is. Okay. He says that I have to scroll up. His role models are his mother and President Obama.
Okay?
Interesting enough. So Master of Awesomeness role models are his mum and President Obama. So, figure that one out. But, moving on.
Oh dear.
I think, yeah, Master of Awesomeness actually did send us a question in the forums, and he asks, what is your favorite breed of dog? Interesting enough.
Golden Retriever and the Siberian Husky.
Whoa, that was quick.
Yeah, really. For me, I got 2 dogs, so Yorkshire Terrier and a Maltese. Those are my favorite.
Well, I'm going to go for one completely outside the box, and I'm going to say Alisasso. Boom. Bet none of you know what that is.
What's an Alisasso?
Alisasso. It's a breed of dog. It's the breed of dog my dog was before it died in October, but that's a long story. Yeah, it's kind of ironic how Pdaaaawg's dog is dead. but anyway, yeah, that was her breed, and I've never heard of it either. I don't even know how you spell it, but yeah, like you would see them the occasional time around the town, but they're very rare. Like they're not like the usual type of breed of dogs you would see, but still, it's an interesting breed of dog. I think it's like a fusion of 2 other breeds, and they gave it its own name for some reason. I don't know, but that's my favorite breed of dog. Anyone wants to look that up? Well, first of all, you have to know how to spell it, and then you can find out more information about it if you really want to.
What the hell is that?
I'm gonna leave Sheepback Guy's question to last, but a new user. Well, this is actually a question we got today. Funny enough, and it was Shoes Phil. Ironic, he's named after the famous Phil catchphrase in one of his ridiculous. But his question is: would you rather sleep with a snake or a fish? There you go.
Wait, a snake or a fish?
Yeah. This is the dumb question of the day.
That's fucking disgusting, man.
No comment? What?
Master of Awesomeness also says no comment to that. He also, Master of Awesomeness' favorite breeds of dogs are Chow Chows and Pugs. Just to let you know. I keep on forgetting, I'm very sorry. And finally, Sheepback Guy's question, probably the most controversial question we've ever been asked for the podcast, which we're actually going to answer. And it is, who has been your favorite podcast guests so far, excluding the 2 of you, would say?
Say it.
Notice how it's guests
Hello?
and not guest. So you can list a few if you want.
I couldn't hear the question. It broke out a little bit on
Who's been your favorite podcast guests so far?
My favorite podcast guest would be, I would have to say, Foos.
Foos is a special guest, not a. I think by that.
Normal guest. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's meaning about like forum members.
I would have to say Dario.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, me, it's probably gonna be it's from the first episode. I think Beachay, and soon it will be Lemon. I know Lemon.
Oh, the Lemon's really been one.
Be hilarious.
The Lemon's the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah, his voice is amazing.
Master of Awesomeness said Sheepback Guy, and my opinion is withheld. So that's pretty much it. That's all we've done. So surprisingly, this isn't actually a very long episode. I don't think. The first part of it before it cut off was about 52 minutes. The second part was about the first part before it cut off was about 32 minutes. Second part was about 52 minutes, and this one is going to be about, I don't even know, like 5 minutes or something. I don't think so. Like 10 minutes.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. But anyway, so I think we have to do what you usually do at the end of each podcast, give each other some plugs. Where can we find each other? I guess I should start mine off first. You can find me YouTube, youtube.com/Pdaaaawg, in which I've uploaded a load of content, by the way, and I'm 9 subscribers away from 100, and I would really appreciate if you could check it out and, subscribe to me for no reason, and then don't watch any of my videos, like about 50% of my subscribers already do. You can also follow me on Twitter at Pdaaaawgni, which is completely useless. I didn't even tweet at all. And Chazz, where can we find you?
On Twitter, my user is BTR Omega, but I like to tweet a lot about sports, so it's not a big deal if you don't follow me or not. And on YouTube, it's youtube.com/Beyond the Revolution. I actually upload a lot of gameplay videos and try to make them funny. I upload some skits as well. But yeah, just subscribe if you like them.
The Revan.
You guys can find me as Facebook as Revan Kusanagi.
And Master of Awesomeness doesn't have any of that, so we just said, oh, I don't need any plugs. But I guess we could check out his story. That's one thing at the Total Forum Island story in the writing section. But now it's time for the one that I always have to memorize, the one that is always so famous at this point. You can follow DSP at DSP Gaming and DSP Street Fighter. You can follow John Rambo at John Rambo Presents. You can follow Howard at Howard Showcases. You can follow Respect the Pact at Respect the Pact. You can follow Pandalee at Pandalee Gaming. Yeah, she's now a new one. You can follow OJ at Fresh OJ Some Pulp. You can follow them all on Twitter at They Call Me DSP, at Super John Rambo, at I think it's Howard Show. I can never remember Howard's Twitter name. I think it's Howard Showcases. Or is it? Well, you can also follow them at Don't Blow This.
I don't
Don't
know.
Blow This is another one. And then I don't think Pandalee has a Twitter, so I don't think you can follow her. OJ has a Twitter at Fresh OJ Some Pulp. Respect the Pact at twitter.com/Respect the Pact. And that's about it from us. So in probably the biggest flipping bumper, roller coaster ride of a podcast we've ever had.
Of a podcast, yes.
If you do want to know the full details of what happened today, you can check it out in the thread that I'm going to post this in, because I posted a long story about what the heck was happening. I do apologize if this is quite light, because it is. But that's pretty much it. So on behalf of all of us and on behalf of the Master of Awesomeness that couldn't be here for this final part, we will see you all next week, where it will be the Lemon, Captain Fireworks, and somebody else. It was originally going to be Mr. G, but he can't make it, so we're going to have somebody else. So if you ever... But and I might actually be Streetback Guy again, because he said he's interested, but you never know, so stay tuned next week. The week after that, actually, I might as well point this out, is our E3 special, where we're going to have as many editors.
Ooh, yeah, I will be waiting for that
And
one.
we're gonna fill in on what the heck has been going on at E3 in full detail, where people will be you'll get full analysis on it as well. So that's pretty good. So we'll see you guys later then. So see ya.
Bye bye.